गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स, माई सेल्फ कनिष्क काला और मैंने अपनी फार्मेसी क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी विंग से की। ड्यूरिंग माई जर्नी मैंने ये पाया जो हमारा कोर्स प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है पीसीआई द्वारा, उसके कॉरस्पॉन्डेंस हमें उतना कंटेंट अपनी रूटीन सर्कुलेटिंग बुक से नहीं मिल पाता, जिससे हमारी इवैल्यूएशन जो होती है, चाहे वो हमारे इंटरनल्स में हो, सेशनल्स में हो या मेन एग्जाम्स में हो, वो कम होती है। तो इस प्रॉब्लम को रीड आउट करने के लिए मैंने एक एफ़र्ट किया, जिसमें मैंने जो पीसीआई द्वारा सिलेबस है उसको सेक्शन वाइज तोड़ते हुए उसमें सब्जेक्टिव पीपीटीज बनाना शुरू किया, जिससे आपको एक ओवरव्यू मिलेगा कि हर एलिमेंट में आपने क्या चीज़ें पढ़नी है। तो वो ये जो पीपीटी है ये इसका 4th अटेम्प्ट है, जिसमें हम कवर कर रहे हैं ऑल राउंड पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी। मैं सभी अपने फार्मा फ्रेटर्निटी मेंबर्स का इस चैनल पर स्वागत करता हूं और उनका धन्यवाद करता हूं कि उन्होंने मेरे पिछले 3 प्रयासों को बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस दिया और आगे ये आशा करता हूं कि वो इस एफ़र्ट को भी सपोर्ट करें और मेरे इस एफ़र्ट को रेलेवेंस की तरफ लेके जाएं। अगर आपको कोई ऐसा सिचुएशन लगता है कि सजेशन है, इंटरवेंशन चाहिए, तो प्लीज़ आप शेयर करें कमेंट्स में, ताकि हमें कोलैबोरेटिवली प्लेटफॉर्म बना पाएँ और क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी की स्ट्रेंथनिंग के लिए कोलैबोरेटिव एफर्ट्स ले पाएँ। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द जर्नी ऑफ ऑल राउंड पार्टिसिपेशन इन क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी, द रोल ऑफ फार्मासिस्ट इन ऑल राउंड्स। थैंक यू। So let's start our journey of world rounds with a background where we'll discuss the origins and objectives. So in respect to the pharmacy, the ward-based pharmacy was initiated in UK, where the activities of ward-based pharmacy were done by pharmacists. These pharmacists used to conduct daily visit to the allotted wards. Activities of pharmacists in these wards were to discuss the medication related issues and to make the drug related recommendations to the medical practitioner, nurse or the patient involved. The activity regarding this patient care approach is known as an intervention. The ward-based pharmacy is a precursor of the origin of clinical pharmacy, and as per the literature survey, the presence of pharmacist in a ward round helps to decrease the drug errors, the prescription cost, and as well as improves the patient care scenario and increases the benefit of the therapy to the patient. So coming to the objectives, now the basic objective of a ward round is to promote a teaching, training and learning culture. It helps to provide a quality medical care and also assist in rationalizing the treatment profile of the patient. It helps to ensure a continuity in medical orders and helps to suggest or consider other treatment options. The ward round activity acts as a bridge for communication of the treatment plan between the healthcare team. Clinically, it helps to review the lab test, diagnostic test or any other relevant information regarding the patient treatment. Finally, on a legal aspect, it helps to complete the records of the patient for the continuity of the treatment. Overall, the ward round increases the rationality and the patient safety aspect. Now, after discussing the background, we will discuss the process of ward round and the elements involved in the completion of a ward round. So ward round is conducted by a multidisciplinary team which consists of doctors, nurses, pharmacists and allied health professionals. Ideally, the ward round should be done daily or as per the need of patient. It helps to ensure a proper planning and execution of the plan for the positive treatment outcome. Ideally, the ward round has different persons involved. In medical scenario, the pre-round or the bed allocation rounds are done by trainees, where the patient details are noted. The major ward rounds are conducted by the consultants using a situation, background, assessment and recommendation criteria, where the whole healthcare team discuss the clinical scenario of the patient. In a ward round, there are different healthcare professionals which have their specific roles for a successful completion of a ward round. In this, the role of nurse includes to update the vital signs, pain control signs, nutrition, hydration, elimination, and to report any symptom regarding the care of patient. With respect to the second element comes the role of pharmacist. The pharmacist helps to assist in drug related decisions to be taken during the treatment course of the patient. Now, last comes the role of patient. The role of patient or his or her caregiver is that he should assist and cooperate in the treatment plan for a successful outcome. So, coming now to the process of ward round, ideally the ward round has three phases, which are abbreviated as the pre-ward meeting, the bedside session, and the post-ward phase. In the pre-ward meeting, the discussions are done regarding the treatment planning, and it occurs before entering the patient care ward. The second session is known as the bedside session, in which healthcare professionals enter the patient care area and do the activity at the bedside. The third activity or the third phase is known as post-ward phase, in which the healthcare team exits from the room and finally discusses and finalizes the assessment done during the bedside and takes the decision for the further advancement of the treatment. Now in this slide we'll discuss the ward rounds and the role of pharmacist in ward rounds. The participation of pharmacist in ward round initiated with the evolution of clinical pharmacy, when the roles of pharmacist were extended from a product-oriented approach towards a patient-oriented approach. This led to a positive interaction between a physician and a pharmacist, which ultimately contributed to the safe and effective use of drugs and ultimately improve the rationality of the treatment. The interaction between the healthcare team in a multidisciplinary ward rounds also showed effective and beneficial effects in the patients during their treatment tenure. In a multidisciplinary ward round, ideally it is a process which is structured in a way where the healthcare providers involved in the patient care meet together and discuss about the patient care and the coordination which is required for the continuation of that care. The different areas which are involved includes the patient condition, the patient clinical needs, and the collaboratively framed treatment plan, which is evaluated based on the treatment needs of the patient, and finally it supports the continuity of the care of the patient. And effective multidisciplinary ward rounds helps the healthcare providers as well as patient to share the mutual information based on which the problem is sorted and solved by a planning of a proper treatment dependent on the collaborative assessment of the team, and this works to successfully implement the clinical, humanistic as well as the economic outcomes of the therapy. Now up next we will specifically discuss the role of pharmacist in ward round. Ideally, first we will discuss the main purpose of ward round and the role of multidisciplinary team in the ward round. So the main purpose of ward round is to establish, refine or change the clinical diagnosis and execute a proper inpatient management. In a multidisciplinary ward round, the ideal role of patient pharmacist is to assist the physician in the prescribing process. Thereby, the pharmacist service helps to improve the patient care and the rationality aspects of the drug therapy. There are different goals of pharmacist participation in a multidisciplinary ward round, which helps to provide a patient-oriented pharmacy care. The major goals include improved understanding of patient clinical needs, planning of investigation and the therapeutic goals for the patient, provide additional information to the healthcare team for the rationality aspects of the treatment, optimize the treatment by influencing the therapy selection, implementation, and monitoring. The pharmacist also helps to collect the patient information, which additionally adds relevance to the treatment. The pharmacist also helps to increase the safety profile of the treatment by giving its services in different zones, like it helps to assist in prescribing decisions, helps to detect the adverse drug reactions, he helps to sort out the different interaction problems in the prescription, he helps to contribute in framing the discharge planning, and finally the pharmacist helps to resolve any drug related issues or DRPs, drug related problems in the treatment. Now we will discuss the specific role of pharmacist in a prescription review. Here we have divided the slide into three parts, where the first part covers the prescription legibility, second part covers the prescription review, and the third part covers the prescription review for drug related problems. In prescription legibility, the main aim is to assess the readability and the understandability of the prescription. इसका मतलब ये है कि आपका जो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है वो प्रिस्क्राइबर का प्रिस्क्रिप्शन फार्मासिस्ट की समझ में आ रहा है, वो सही तरीके से सही फॉर्म में लिखा हुआ है, उसमें सही प्रिस्क्राइबर इन्फॉर्मेशन गिवन है, पेशेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन गिवन है, मेडिकेशन प्रिस्क्राइबिंग के रिलेटेड इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है, और जो भी एब्रिविएशन यूज्ड हैं वो एज पर द नॉर्म्स यूज्ड हैं एसआई यूनिट्स में और एज पर द गाइडलाइन. दूसरा आ जाएगा आपका रिव्यू ऑफ द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन बेस्ड ऑन द मेडिकेशन डिटेल्स, in which the drug use evaluation is done based on the needs of the patient and as per the clinical guidelines. In prescription review, the pharmacist would also assist in dose evaluation, interval evaluation, route selection, and the ADME profile assessment. He will also help to set the dose based on the age of the patient or the age profile, that whether the patient is a children or elderly. He will also assist to improve the inappropriate medication if ever present in the prescription. For this, the pharmacist would use Beer's criteria or start-stop criteria. Pharmacist would also suggest an intervention regarding the medication. pharmacist would also help to sort out the interactions via literature survey or by using online databases. The pharmacist would also help to do ADR assessment via doing a literature survey or going through online databases or using different ADR assessment tools prescribed by either WHO or the Naranjo scale. The pharmacist would also help to do the drug therapy problem analysis as per the guidelines. Finally, the pharmacist would provide a modification in form of intervention by a collaborative approach of the healthcare team. The different aspects of a prescription review conducted by pharmacists are done by the use of different indicators prescribed by World Health Organizations or by using standard treatment guidelines, standard operating procedures, or using the reference books like SIMS, NIMS, or other related reference books, or through the hospital formulary or the ethical prescribed hospital guideline. This overall prescription review improves the patient safety profile and adds a rationality aspects to the treatment. So finally, we come to the end of the session, and this is the reference slide in which right hand side is the syllabus described as per the PCI, जिसमें इस स्लाइड ने आपके सिलेबस के पहले सेक्शन का दूसरा पार्ट पूरा किया है, जो कि इंटाइटल्ड है क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी सर्विस। इसमें हमने ऑल राउंड पार्टिसिपेशन देख लिया, ड्रग थेरेपी रिव्यू देख लिया, ड्रग थेरेपी मॉनिटरिंग देख लिया, और अब इसकी जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्रोटोकॉल्स हैं या कोर कॉम्पिटेंसीज हैं कि कैसे हमने ADR असेसमेंट करना है, कैसे हमने ड्रग रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम असेस करनी है, कैसे क्लिनिकल रिव्यू को ऑन फ्लोर लाना है, इसको हम अपनी फर्दर PPTs में एक्सप्लोर करेंगे। बट बेसिकली आपको एक आउटलाइन इस स्लाइड में मिल गई है कि इन चीज़ों में आपने क्या क्या चीज़ें डॉक्यूमेंट करनी है। और इसी के साथ मैं आशा करता हूँ कि ये स्लाइड आपको हेल्प आउट करेगी आपके इंटरनल्स, एक्सटर्नल्स और मेन एग्ज़ाम में। तो आप अपने रूटीन बुक्स से ऐड ऑन करके और एसिमुलेट करके अपने नोट्स बनाएं और अच्छे मार्क्स सिक्योर करें। मैं सभी फार्मा परिवार का धन्यवाद करता हूँ और सबसे ये रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि अगर आपको ये एफर्ट अच्छा लगा मेरा, तो प्लीज़ इसको सपोर्ट करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और शेयर करें। और आपको कोई अगर इंटरवेंशन चाहिए या आपका कोई सुझाव है तो प्लीज़ उसे शेयर करें। मैं पूरा प्रयास करूँगा कि मैं उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करूँ ताकि हम एक प्लेटफॉर्म डेवलप कर पाएँ जिससे हम क्लिनिकल फार्मेसी सेक्टर को स्ट्रेंथन कर पाएँ। धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।